Mark and I were at the same architecture firm along with Jeff Brown back in 1983. The firm had grown over the years into doing the projects that we were doing at that point in time. It was somewhere in that spring of 1984 when we started realizing that perhaps with some of the new growth that the firm had had in terms of personnel, that it was going in a new direction than perhaps what we had were comfortable with. And we started having conversations about, well, what if we did set up a firm? Jeff had a client that he was working with rather frequently on an ongoing basis, and it was a client that was kind of off-center of where the firm's direction was going. I too somewhat had clients that were left from when the firm was doing other types of work, and so we started having discussions about the possibility of starting a firm of our own. Jeff was a very confident individual, a very extraordinarily humble individual, somebody who is always looking for the best in you and to draw that out of you in doing that. Always willing to be a team player, always willing to seek out how he could help and make something better by the talents and his personality that he would bring.
The humbleness and his interest in the best in the people and the best in the project was never wavered, and it really did not matter what was needed. He was there to, to be that part of whatever was required. When we got together, it was very natural. We were, three folks that had a lot of common capabilities, common sense about how the business should operate, but had complementary, not matching, but complementary talents. As is true today, I would be red marking my partner's drawings and leading some of the more technical aspects. Jeffrey was a super designer and also a very good architect too. In other words, he could do both sides as well. And I think the three of us just played off each other when we were at the old firm, and even better when it was just the three of us. Certainly there are project milestones out there that are significant. When we achieved our largest higher ed project at College of Dentistry, I think that's a milestone. The scale of work, the trust that the client has in us and in our team, it's exceptional when you get those opportunities. And I'd say similarly, when a Postal Service client comes to you and says, we want you to be a significant part of half a dozen $150 million projects, because we trust that you're going to get us to where we need to get to. We're trying to transform this entity, and we want you to facilitate because we trust that you're going to be there for us to do that.
Our K-12 work got started with Dallas School District. In that case, it was 4 renovation jobs out of a 1992 bond program. And the fellow that hired us, he was a fellow that I went to school with. He and I worked together at the old firm originally, then he split off with the firm that split away at one point in time. Wound up becoming a project manager, wound up leading the project management effort for the firm that was doing the Dallas Independent School District 1986 program, and hired us to do those 4 projects. So that got us in the door with the school district here.
It's the opportunities that are created by the culture, the way in which we work, the quality of our people, their growth in the business and in their careers in the practice. It gives opportunities for much greater success and many more milestones that are off in the future, and that's really exciting and inspiring to be a part of. If you focus on the relationships that you have with your clients and not just servicing them, but leading them when they need to be led. And if you will celebrate your successes, commiserate about the challenges, because those are going to be there, And when you have things that aren't going as well, to find that person to your left or to your right that are your colleagues and lock arms together and work your way through whatever it is in a supportive manner, that you'll find your way to where you need to get to. When you care for your people as much as you care for anything else, your business, the architecture you're creating, and your people, if you're true to those aspects, then I think you'll find your way to the future of whatever the company becomes.
I got together with two guys that I emphatically trusted with everything, that I believed in, that I had an incredible amount of respect for, and nobody that I would ever want to be in business more so than it was Mark and Jeff.